What's going on, y'all? Psych Perspectives, GeoFucks. And today is basically the fourth week of stay at home, stay in order quarantine with coronavirus. But I did get some positive news. First of all, I'm fortunate and thankful enough to still be employed, and also fortunate and thankful to have a job that allows me to work from home. So we, at the place that I work at, we've been constantly being paid and working from home. In fact, we got paid Friday, and then today I checked my bank app, my mobile banking app, and saw that the stimulus package of $1,200, $1,200, is pending in my direct deposit in my checkings account, and it'll be deposited April 15th, which is a good 3 weeks before the May 4th original date. A lot of us were told that the stimulus check would come May 4th. Well, mine's is already here and will be deposited April 15th. So that's 3 weeks before I was thinking that I would get it. Now, in order for my understanding, in order for you to be eligible for the stimulus package, to get the stimulus check of $1,200, $1,200, you had to have already done your taxes. You either did in which I got my taxes back at the end of last month, which is crazy. So I did my taxes already had a direct deposit. Also, another way to be eligible is if you did 2018 taxes, 2019 taxes, and you have your refund from your tax returns coming in direct deposit, providing that you did your taxes in 2018, 2019, and of course this year. It'll be direct deposited. So I'm thankful for that. And what I've personally been doing, I've been able to save so much money simply because we can't go nowhere. So I'm not wasting money on gas, driving 40 minutes to and back from work. So I just saved myself 80 minutes per day, basically 80 to 120 minutes per day, by not having to drive. I don't have to keep putting in money into my car, for maintenance, oil changes, getting new tires, your rotors, your brakes, your transmission, like all these, maintenance and wear and tear of your vehicle. I'm able to save a lot of money on because we can't go anywhere. I'm at the house. So I'm very thankful for that. And for some of us, I'm not going to say a lot of us because I can't speak for everybody, but for some of us, this situation is allowing us to stack money, like big time. Like some of us are going to be able to come out of this with $5, $6, $7, $8, $9,000 or more saved because you can't do anything. And that's a privilege. That is a privilege. That is a privilege. That is a privilege. And I totally understand that and recognize that. Those of us that are able to save money, this is what I'm going to do for me. First of all, I'm stacking my money because if we ever get out of this, those bills that they have frozen will come back and you will need to still be able to pay those bills. Okay. For me, this means credit cards can be paid off. This means other debt that, like, I'm almost finished with one of my healthcare debts. Like, I only owe now $50 on one of my healthcare bills. And I'm like, done. Taking care of that. Done. Credit card bill paid off. You know what I mean? Like, it's little things like that I'm thankful. Like, I'm able to, like, I can pay this off. I can put more money into my savings account. I can set aside money for investments, if we get out of this recession, or we get out of this, the recession as well as the COVID-19 pandemic. It's little things like that. And then for people in my generation, I'm a millennial. I'm 27 and a half come April 15th. I'll be 28 in October if we make it there. For millennials, essentially our entire adulthood, our entire lives, really, the economy has been trash. Okay, like think about it. 2007, 2008, we went into a recession. I was 15, 16. Here I am again, 27, another recession. And quite frankly, living in Michigan didn't recover from the 2008 financial crisis. So 12 years later, we're still dealing with it. And then to get even more precise, those of us that live in places like Flint, Detroit, Benton Harbor, Pontiac, those cities in Michigan have not recovered. I'm just being real. And then when they talk about, oh, well, downtown Detroit looks amazing, downtown Flint is coming back, and blah, blah, blah. Yet the people, the residents, the citizens, the people in the city of Flint, in the city of Detroit have not recovered. Where's our money? Where's our wealth? Where's the $20, $30, $40 an hour? Where's the, you being able to pay your bills, set aside money in a savings account, and still go out and buy things that you want here and there? We haven't had that resurgence. We haven't had that opportunity yet. A lot of millennials, let's just be real. A lot of us live paycheck to paycheck. I've been saying this for years on my YouTube channel, on my social media. A lot of us live paycheck to paycheck. A lot of us, the wages are so low and stagnant that you really aren't getting by. You're barely making ends meet. And like so many of us have seen the past month, any little thing happens and you're that quick to being homeless. You're that quick to being in poverty. Most people don't even have $400 saved that can go to, an emergency or just in case. People don't have that because these wages are so low and stagnant. I cannot keep, harping on this. We are not paid living wages. We're expected to, buy homes, start families, have a savings account, have a 401k, get a Roth account, all this. We're expected to do all of this, yet the average person isn't even making $15 an hour. So how are they supposed to do all of that? It's just not realistic. So right now with this stimulus check that some of us are going to be getting, this is a moment, like for me, to stack my money up real quick. Stack my money up, because if you have researched, paid attention, history repeats itself. And during the recessions, and this is horrible, but during the recessions, a lot of people will lose their houses. They will lose their homes in foreclosure. Property values will decrease. In fact, they will plummet to the point where houses that, are currently $200,000-$300,000 will be $75,000-$100,000. So you'll be getting, $250,000 a $250,000 house for $75,000, $100,000, $125,000. So you think your mortgage will be your monthly mortgage, because the house has literally been discounted 50% or more, will be super low. And that, for a lot of us millennials, unfortunately, because we've constantly been living paycheck to paycheck and basically a generation of poverty, this will be the only time for a lot of us that will be able to afford a house, to buy a house, to put a down payment on a house. Whether that's a regular house, an apartment, a condo, a townhouse, we'll be able to afford it because of the recession. And that's what's sad. That's what's sad, because people are going to lose their homes. They're going to lose their homes. And we're going to see the same mess from 2008, where it'll be, well, why did the bank or the lender allow this person or this family to get a loan when you knew they weren't making any money? Well, this is the same thing that happened in 2007, 2008 with all the subprime loans. Like, you are giving people $400,000 loans and they're only making $25,000, $35,000, $45,000 a year. And that's no different than when the student loan bubble bursts, which is going to happen. Because once again, you're giving 17, 18-year-olds loans so they can go to college. And we're taking out $20, $30, $40, $50, $60,000 loans to finance our education with the assumption that once we graduate with said degree, we're going to go and make a shit ton of money, because a lot of us have been what? Indoctrinated with the beliefs that having a college education is going to put you on the escalator, if you will, to upward mobility, to middle class, if not upper middle class, if not upper class. Yet the vast majority of us, you're not middle class, you're not upper middle class, you're working class, working poor. You are literally a paycheck away from being homeless, a paycheck away from being in poverty. Okay? A lot of us don't want to admit that, but I'm not here to sugarcoat and live in, smoke and mirrors. It is what it is. I recognize that. And I feel like, again, social media plays a major role in why so many of us are in constant denial of reality. Okay, like, y'all, so many of us are trying to keep up with the Joneses and trying to live this fake, facetious lifestyle on social media, yet behind closed doors, you're sitting up here trying to figure out if you can sell plasma to pay a phone bill. And I'm not saying that to be funny, but it's the reality. So, yeah, we're struggling in real life, yet we're going on social media and making it seem like we're balling. Y'all need to stop. We need to stop. We too old for that. Like I said, I'm almost 30 years old. What do I look like getting on Facebook lying about living a good life when that's not the case? Like, why are we lying about finances as adults? Let's get it together. But anyways, this is getting long. I just wanted to talk about that stimulus package, that stimulus check that some of us will be getting. And let me know what y'all think. Are y'all saving? Are you investing? Are you still working? Are you on the front lines? Are you working from home? How do you plan on using your money or stacking your money, or what are you doing? How are you coping? How are you feeling? I'm out.